Hello friends, it's Cindy Brumbaugh from CindyLeeBDesigns.com, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Today's fun fold comes to you from Wisconsin. My friend Debbie Mookie made this card. I love that she sent this to me and it was so amazing I wanted to show it to you. She used the Lighting the Way bundle that's in the January through April 2023 Stampin' Up catalog and use that fantastic paper, Enjoy the Journey Designer Series paper. It's in the suite with the Greatest Journey. Remember this card I made with those mountains? I love this set, Sleeper, Mountains of Thanks, I love it. So she used that paper and I'm actually gonna use the same paper, I do believe, because I made a couple mistakes and messed up my other paper, which actually I think I might bring down my purple paper, but I'm gonna show you how to cut it with this green paper here, okay? So here, well, actually, maybe I'll just go ahead and use the green. All right, Cindy, stop, take a breath, calm down. This morning has been pretty hectic at the Brumbaugh house between my husband's business calls, the exterminator, and me trying to make a video. I should have gotten up earlier, I know, but I have had this nagging cough, so when I got up at 7:30, I knew I should have been up at like 6 to get everything done. But here we go. I am going to show you this card base. This card base is 5.5 by 8.25. So 8.25 is almost, you know, our half sheet of our cardstock. Just trim off that 1/4 inch. So you have 8.25 by 5.5. And then I'm going to show you how we cut that. Now, when I made this card base, I did make myself a template because now I will forever have a template. I'll just have to write on there, Firefly Debbie Mookie card. So here we go. We are going to put that into our trimmer. A lot of people ask me about this wind tape. I got it on Amazon. It reads from right to left, and it's sometimes available, sometimes goes out of stock, but it has to read from right to left. I just put it up there to give myself a better view of my measurements at the top since our new trimmer didn't have that. So we're going to score at 2.25. So we'll go to scoring with our light blade, 2.25, 4.25, and 6.25, which is right past there. We've got 6.25. Now, your mind might play some tricks on you, and you're thinking because you did 2.25, 4.25, 6.25, 8.25, that these are all the same, but they're not. This is 2.25. This section here is 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, okay? Very important when you're making this cut because you want to make sure that you're taking the 2.25 on the left side. So you want to make sure that you're doing the left side and you're turning it towards the top, okay? Because we are going to cut up, we're going to count up 2.25 inches and cut from 2.25 to 6.25. So you take, remember, score 2.25, 4.25, 6.25. Then turn your 2.25 inch portion up towards the top, slide it over so that the left side is at 2.25. And then we're going to take our cutting blade and we're going to bring it down to 2.25. You can see here I have a little piece of white tape here, but that's 2.25, and we're going to put it down and we're going to cut to 6.25, just using that little tick mark right there on our thing, and we're going down to 6.25. And you just want to make sure, like I said, that the 2.25 inch side is at the top, because if you put this side and did it, it's going to be off the cutting for the designer series paper. So there is what makes our card base. Isn't that cool? You can see that? Okay, so that was our template. I'll have a photo of this template over on my blog, CindyLeeBDesigns.com, underneath the YouTube description. If you visit my blog there, you can press that link. It'll take you right over there. You'll have additional photos and little tips and a template photo over there as well. So that is for the card base. So the next one is we had to cut our DSP. So I also did the same thing with Debbie's card. I just kind of worked backwards and I added up all these little sections here. So what I came up with was a template that is 5.25 tall, And then it is 7.5 inches wide, 7.5 inches wide. We're gonna have a little bit of waste that we cut off here, but start with 7.5 by 5 1/4. Now, if you look at this template and you look at the card, you can see the easiest piece to start off with cutting first is this one. So what I'm doing is I'm turning my template upside down, and I'm going to cut upside down. So I'm turning my paper upside down, and I'm going to do 1 3/4. Okay, and that will be this piece here. Now I'm gonna lay them over onto the template. Wish I had a wider angle. So I'm gonna put that there so you can see that's gonna fit there. Now the next one is also 1 3/4. So let's go 1 3/4 again. Like I said, I'm cutting upside down because it just helps me to see exactly which way I'm going. Okay, but notice on this one, you have to cut up 2 inches. I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. So I'm gonna cut this one at 2 inches. Okay, 2 inches. Open. Okay, that's the 2-inch one. And then this one, I wanna cut off the top 1/4 inch. So it's still in that way. I'm gonna cut off this top 1/4 inch right there. Top 1/4 inch. Now that piece fits in here. Now, this is the next piece you want to cut, this 4-inch piece. So if your card is like, if your DSP is this way, you know you want to cut it this way, okay? So you'll turn it this way. And like I said, everyone's would be different according to the way, whatever designer series paper you're using, if you have a different landscaping. So there's our 4. Now this piece fits here. Now we're gonna cut this piece right now, that's 1 3/4. So come over here, 1 3/4. There we go. And notice I have cut off a 1/4 inch again. So cut off a 1/4 inch. Okay. There we go. And then this piece here, so that it matches up like a puzzle, we're gonna be cutting at 2 inches wide, and we only cut 1/8 of an inch off. So 2 inches and cut off 1/8. Yeah, you may think this is a little bit of a involved card, but just remember, you have the directions. Haha. So there we go. We have all of our pieces that fit on that template I made. Okay, so if we can not mess that up, we are going to turn this around and you can see the pieces. And technically, let's see, I did cut the purple one. So see, you can do purple. So I wasn't going to use this because I cut this wrong at the beginning, but I taped it together. So I think I am going to use the purple for this card. Okay. So, oh my gosh, we got through it. We got through it. Yay, big claps. Yay. Okay, so now we're going to put this one on this section here. Now you'll notice when you folded this card that there's a fold right here, but this is going to stay flat. The DSP is going to hold this 2 inch by 4 inch piece. There's a score line back here, but it's going to keep it from folding, okay? So if we want to, we could just put that piece on first, because then that's going to help us just keep straight there. So I'm going to get some glue, and we're going to put that piece on. We'll put these in the way they go so that you can see. I think you can see there. Okay, so we're going to put this purple one on, and I'm going to put some glue on here. Okay, and that goes down in this bottom section here. And like I said, I'm putting this one on because I just want you to be able to see how it's going to make that nice and sturdy there. Now the next piece to go on, we could throw this one on. And I actually had to put tape on the back of that one too, because that was why it took me so long to make a video, because I kept making one little mistake here, one little mistake there. And I did a little surgery here. Then this one, let's put this one on and see, you know, a little bit of tape solves the problem. What did they say? Duct tape solves most every problem in the world. In this case, it was Scotch tape today. Okay, I'm gonna put that. I just wanted you to see it in purple because the purple is so pretty too. Okay, so then this one we can put up in this section. Oh, I just realized something. Oh, hopefully I wasn't too heavy-handed with my glue here, because we need to pop a little firefly in there. Let me see if I got... Oh, good. That tape's going to help me there. Okay, so then we have that purple one, because there's that cute little firefly that turns, and you see the front and the back of him. So that's going to be super cool. Okay. So another one of those panels there. And you can see that the mountains are kind of meeting up with each other. This paper is very forgiving as far as that goes, because you can, you know, the mountains just are all nice, and I think I need to clean my trimmer. Okay, there we go. Now, you can see that. Now, here is the hack Debbie told me about. If you scored all your pieces, okay, hadn't cut this yet, if you would turn your card in half this way and look this way, you see that? Okay, let's pretend this is all flat and it's not cut in the middle here. We just scored it. If you put all your pieces in like that, but don't cut this yet, if you fold it back to itself this way, and you'll notice they don't meet because they're not the same measure, because it's 8 1/4. You could literally take your scissors and cut. I'll just picture it that way, because right here, there's a break in the paper and a break in the paper. You could literally just cut right up to here. So you would just go in here and cut. That is a really quick hack, okay? That you won't even have to, it's not really that difficult to cut that section whenever you have the, when you have it in your trimmer. Remember, we put that 2 1/4 at the top, and then we cut from 2 1/4 to 6 1/4. That's not really that hard to do, but it is a great hack to be able to just cut right there with your scissors, because it's already made for you. You can see the DSP line and you just cut it. Is that cool or what? Okay, so the other funsy on this card is that Debbie put these fun little lightning bugs here, and she just used these dies, but she did a little more than I was willing to bite off today. She like did the die with the vellum, and then she cut the body out, and then she put it on both sides, because look at this firefly. He's facing going towards the left, and when you open the card, he's facing the right. So what I did is I just used the actual stamped ones, because I actually thought these were really beautiful. So I'm going to use these stamped ones, and I just stamped them, and then I colored in their little butts. And then you're going to just take dimensionals. Where are you? Here we go. We're going to put a dimensional and some acetate. All my dimensionals are, all I have is, look at this. I just have a bunch of all these ones taken out of the middle. Okay, so I'm going to take some of this. Yes, I should just go ahead and open up a new dimensional, but we'll take this little piece here. Waste not, want not, right? Okay, so there's a little piece of acetate that is right handy here. And we're going to put this acetate, first we're going to put a dimensional. You know what, I actually think I do want to find one of my bigger open, I think I took my bigger opened dimensionals in my bag when I went to babysit today. That's where it is. Okay, so let's just put a couple of these together here. So I'm going to put a dimensional right there and meet up another piece of dimensional here. So we've got a dimensional there, and we're going to take the backing off. And now there's the acetate. Ah, I'm going to trim down my acetate. Okay, I'm going to put that acetate. Oh, I think I better put one more little mini dimensional up there. I see one. Whoop. Okay, let's put a little mini dimensional. I know I get so aggravated when I watch a video and somebody is just all fumble-fingered, because I'm so sorry if I'm doing that to you. So we're going to put our acetate right onto that dimensional there, okay? Then we're going to put this other lightning bug, and it's just about a mirror image when you do the stamped die cut one. Let me see here. You just want to kind of get the antenna. Like I said, it's just about perfect. And if you kind of smush them there, uh-oh, he's flying upside down. The acetate should go the other way. Okay, acetate. Okay, so the acetate should be coming from down at his bottom, okay? So now I have a little issue that I'm going to have to get my tear and tape now because I messed up my dimensionals. But who said this was going to be easy today, Cindy? You know, we're never promised an easy day. We're just promised another day, and I'm grateful for another day. Okay, there we go. Well, actually, we're not even guaranteed another day, but I'm thankful for yet another day. Okay, so there is my little firefly, and he is going to pop underneath here. And like I said, because I had tape under there, I can pop this. You should put this under here before you put this piece on. Okay, note to yourself, make sure you put this down before you glue. Okay, give me a little bit of room there. And pop that one in that section right there so that you can see it against the mountain and see how it'll be over on this side, but it'll open up on that side. Isn't that cool? And I don't have a sentiment on there, and it's probably good because I did that one that way. Okay, so that's your little trick there. And like I said, when you do this section here, put your acetate down here. And I do like this little one. I just wanted to show you how you could do it with the stamped one too. So there you go. Now we're gonna do something with this lantern, okay? So there is this great lantern that's in this set, but we wanna be able to put in a real, okay, something out on the floor. Okay, we want to put some light in that lantern, and the way you're going to do that is you're going to use a stamp that is in that Lighting the Way bundle, and you're going to stamp the biggest circle here, okay? Just get some Daffodil Delight, and you're going to stamp it, and it's okay that I got an edge there. It's no big deal. And we're going to then take the die, okay? Because we want this to fit inside here. So you would just take your die. Well, actually, it does kind of matter that I got an edge there. There's kind of a fat stamp there. I would trim that off. I just got this stamp set, so I haven't really inspected it well enough. Sometimes we get a little more red rubber there. Okay, so there you go. So we've got that image there. And now think about it this way. I then put the die on top of here, and I cut out a white one, and these pieces fell out here, okay? So I think you can figure that out. But you know what? Just in case, I will just do it to show you, okay? So it's gonna go kind of like that, or you can have it down, but that is your image there. So take another fun look at that card, and I'll die cut this and run it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. like I said, I do love that little firefly. It is so adorable, but it does take a little bit more time and patience to do. And today I did not have the patience for that. So, and right now a little piece of this fell behind my place where I cut my thing. So you're gonna see here that these pieces just fell out of this piece right here. These pieces were in there, they fell out. And what I did was just put a piece of Scotch tape right on the back of the black one. So now you have sticky in there, and then you can just pop in the pieces that, I'm not sure which one was which. Okay, there we go. We stamped on the back. So, and then you just pop the different pieces. Wait, actually I did that wrong. It was this one. You can just pop in the pieces that were cut out there. And actually, I think I picked up the different pieces, but you would just put each 4 of those pieces back in there because you just put a piece of tape on the back, then you had sticky on the side, and then you just pop in your 4 pieces, and you end up with this cute lantern here. Like I made one previously. Okay, so now we're just gonna pop that onto our card right here. Now, I did notice that I forgot to put, Jim's down there singing. I forgot to put a piece of, Debbie had this fun little gray wisp of plant there, so I forgot to do that. But when you go to do this piece, just make sure you're not putting any dimensionals where it needs to bend and open, okay? So I'm gonna put some under the bottom because I'm pretty safe. Put some on the bottom here. Dimensionals on the bottom. And then I can tell that I can put them on here as well. Using up those dimensionals, those little pieces here. And I'm gonna put one there and put one here. Oh my gosh, Jim is just belting out music today. Okay, there we go. Okay, and I bet I can put one right under there as well. Let me pop that on here. Okay, so there. Oh, this one goes a little bit, went a little bit too far over. There you go. If you do want to put, another little firefly over there, I like the way Debbie did that. So I'm going to work on getting this, my sentiment done. And I'm also going to play around with putting some of the grass behind there too. I was just wondering, you know, but notice how fun that firefly is there and that he comes over here. So I'm wondering if I could even pull him a little bit more over towards, now if I pull him further here, oh yeah, I can. So let's see if I can do that. I think he's irritating me a little bit. So let's just open up our little pocket here and move him a little bit. Okay, let's move him. Maybe we should have it closed. Okay, so I want to have it like, have him over here. Okay, so I think, because I want it, no, I want him further over here, right? Yeah, because I want you to be able to see the difference here. So I put it closer to this side if you want to see that. So there we go. We have that firefly there. And like I said, we can put a sentiment up there. And what I'm going to do is look at the back, because here is a perfect place for your sentiment here. And that piece is right here. And we are going to stamp a sentiment on there. And we're going to use, I'm gonna go ahead and use black for the You're All Kinds of Wonderful. So let's stamp that in black. Okay, Jim is lifting very heavy weights down there. And I did tell him I was making a video, and he sounds like he's dying down there. Oh my gosh. Okay, now he's singing, so that's good. He isn't dead. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to put some garden green, and then I'm gonna do a second one that does a little stamp off. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and then we're gonna do the little firefly. We're gonna give him a little bit yellow daffodil over here. We're gonna give him a little bit of his behind, a little, aha. Okay, this is not my day. Okay, I'm gonna redo this. This is not my day. I can't get Jim to be quiet. I can't make a video. There we go. That looks terrible. Let's pretend it doesn't. And it goes on the back of the card. And voila, look how beautiful that card is. Don't you just love it? Yes, I love it. Let's pretend that's the back and this is the front. And you have to go back to my blog to find out how I finish up the card. Thanks for buzzing by, friends.